Hey, 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 thank you for joining me for another chat and episode on Famished for More. Now, with everything that's been going on around us, I think it is very important that we ground and get back centered to self. And so today's episode is going to be about following your bliss, finding what makes you happy in this new era. In my previous episode, maybe a couple episodes back, I spoke about this being the year one, our Aries energy, to step into our individuality, and we got Saturn and Venus joining to make this energy very, disciplined, so you can stay grounded and firm on your schedule to yourself. And Venus is coming to show you how to love yourself, how to remind you to put yourself first, to start, paying attention to how you feel, what you're putting into your body, how you're presenting yourself to the world, so to speak. And so today's episode is all about just that. We'll be talking about following our bliss using our Venus and moon sign. And Venus and your moon, so your Venus is your heart center. It's your love language, it's your values. And then you got your moon with your emotional comfort, how you receive. It's your receiving mode and feeling good. Both of those together, they will bring, extreme happiness and balance into your emotional, regulation. So we're going to start off with Venus. Venus is represented in your natal chart in your second house, which is ruled by Taurus, and the seventh house, which is the Libra house. And those two are ruled by Venus. That's what I meant to say if I didn't say that before. So your Taurus and your Libra houses in your chart, they point to your values and how you are in relationships and partnerships. So when you start following your bliss, you want to lead with what makes you happy. Your Venus is what's going to make you happy, and you also want to have a lot of knowledge on what makes you emotional, because your emotions rule your manifestations. So if you're in a low vibration, it's always due to low like it triggers your low emotions, your crying and your depression and your sadness. So if you can put your Venus energy, it'll help balance out that moon energy. So when the moon is off, you'll know what to do to get yourself back in a good vibration, just by knowing what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what will help you shift out of that lower frequency. That makes sense. And Venus and the moon is going to give you what your love language is, how you want to receive love in this era of your life, because this is tailored to you. So no one else has your birth chart. And this is the beauty of having your birth chart and understanding you, because it is like the fingerprint. There's not a carbon copy out there. So what you like and what makes you tick and what makes your emotions go up and down are totally different from the next person. So what brings you emotional comfort and makes you relax, or what takes you out of frequency and makes you a nervous wreck, is totally different from the next person. So it's important for you to learn what your Venus is, what you value, what you love, what's your love language. And then the moon, what are your emotional values? What are the things that give you emotional comfort? Or what are the things that take you out of your emotional comfort? Because knowing what takes you out of your emotional comfort helps you stay in your comfort zone. And receiving mode. When you're in, you got to think about the moon. The moon is feminine, and so is Venus. And so that requires you to not do, but to allow. And so once you see what your Venus and your moon sign is, it gives you more direction on how you are to get in receiving mode, to receive your manifestations, to receive love, abundance, health, all of the great things that Venus and the moon represent. And you want to feel good. You'll understand what makes you feel good versus the next person. And then once you know what makes you feel good, you'll always be able to tap into that to bring your frequency back up. Your second house is your values house. That's the Taurus house. That is earth sign. And so your values are things that you've learned over time that are rooted in you, just like the ground, like trees are rooted in the ground. And so sometimes the values that we picked up over time need to be uprooted, and there needs to be new seeds built to have new roots planted. Because just because you think a certain way or you value certain things, that's not necessarily true to you as an individual. It could be something that you picked up along the way from your upbringing, and you may not even truly value these things, but it's autopilot, it's rooted in you. So you automatically perform, or it's just subconsciously shows up in your life. When you find out that your second house, what that sign holds. Like my second house is Virgo. So I know that I do love healthcare. I love animals. I love scheduling. I love routine. I love analytic. I love organizing, right? Those things help me ease my nerves. So when I'm feeling out of whack or I'm upset about something, if I start cleaning up, it helps me with the nervous system regulation that Virgos deal with. And so me knowing that is my moon sign, that helps me. I also have a Venus in the 12th house. So me just sitting down and visualizing great, beautiful things and, having great, beautiful surroundings and smelling great fragrances, aromatherapy, things of that nature, that helps me shift my mood because that's my Venus sign. So even if I just get up sometimes and do makeup is a 12th house type of thing because it's like a behind the scenes artistry type of thing. I have Sun in the 12th house too. So that helps me, those two planets in my 12th house, it helps me understand what makes me happy, what helps me feel love, self-love, beautiful, those things that Venus, brings into your life and represents. And so me knowing those things, it helps me now when I feel out of whack. I know how to avoid certain things because I know it'll make me feel out of whack. Certain conversations at certain times, I know how to avoid or to, attack them head on because I know how I tick and how I work because I got to know what my moon sign and my Venus sign. But back to Venus. So Venus is also represented in your seventh house. And your seventh house will show you how you like to receive love, how you like to give love, how you like to be in partnerships, friendships, things of that nature when you're at work, but it's heavy on the partnership. So like your long-term partner in your life, how you would like to receive love from that person, how you would like that connection to be set up, right? So mine is Aquarius. So it's kind of eclectic. I like the eclectic type of energy. I'm not traditional when it comes to relationships, so I want somebody who is not traditional either. We look at things at a different way. We dissect things. We're deep because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. So this is somebody who is disciplined, even though they are different, from the rest of the world. They're eclectic, but they are very stern and disciplined with what they believe in and the things that they have decided to believe in, but they're not going with the crowd, right? And that is usually the type of dudes that I am attracted to. People that are in the cut, that are not out in the limelight. They do not want to be a part of the crowd. They look different. They do not look like anybody that people would think that I would be attracted to. So my seventh house Aquarius represents the characteristics, not necessarily the sign. I think me and Aquarius are good friends, but I've never dated an Aquarian. So, but the characteristics alone that Aquarius have, I do find those to be intriguing when I'm dating. So even with my friends, my friend groups are totally opposite from me, but they're eclectic and they're different. So I don't have just a whole group of the same type of people. Like, it's just like I could be friends with the rock stars over here and the rappers over here, the bookworms over here, you know, the homebody, the cookers, the bakers, the crafters, the sewers, the artists, people. Like, I am so eclectic with the groups that I love to be involved with. And because of my seventh house being Aquarius, it makes sense. I have no planets in the seventh house. So it's just Uranus and Saturn rule energy with it being an Aquarius house. Same with my second house. It is that's the Taurus house, and I have a moon there. Moon represents your mother. My mother was highly valued in my life when she was here. She still is. I think of her every day, but it shows that the value um, of like things that is highly valued to you either can be good or bad. I just happen to be lucky to have a great relationship with my mother while she was here. But also, what else I want to say about that? Oh, with the moon being the second house, my money. So if my money is not right, it'll affect my emotions. It'll affect my mood, right? I know that now. Why that happens, because I've dug into my natal chart and I see, oh, I have the moon sign there. So I do value money. And if my money ain't right, it messes with my emotions. And that's a fact. So that is just an example. Now, let's go to the moon sign. The moon sign is the Cancer house. Cancer house, that's the fourth house in the natal chart. And so what do you have there? What do you have in your fourth house? Your fourth house represents moon. Well, it represents the Cancer because it's Cancer is ruled by the moon. Like I said, my moon is in my second house. My fourth house, I have Jupiter and Jupiter in Scorpio. So all of these things, once you understand, it'll make you see, oh, this is how I like. And so with me having Scorpio in the fourth house, which is my moon house, my Cancer house, I like a private life, private family life. I like to stay, to myself, and I keep my business to myself, and I am more on the spiritual dark side, occult side, because we're not scared of other knowings or information from about other religions and spiritual practices and things of that nature. That's like a family thing, an ancestral thing, and that is what the fourth house represents. So when I'm looking for a partner, I would look for him to have, spiritual knowledge of some sort. And then I would combine that seventh house energy of being eclectic. And so you combine both of them and boom, we would hit it off perfectly. And then he has to know I'm a 12th house Venus. I like to be in solitude at times. I take my self-love, my personal love, self-care and all of those things very seriously. And I need time to do that. My Aquarius energy type of lover would give me that time, because that type of energy doesn't like to be up under you like that. And so that's the type of person I would need. And the natal chart shows you all of that, right? And so an honorable mention, I mentioned that I have all the 12th house energy, but Pisces, which 12th house is ruled by the Pisces. So that's the 12th Pisces house, it's the 12th house. But where do you have Pisces? Because that also can show you. Because Pisces is the imaginary lover planet. It's ruled by Neptune. And so when you find out where your Pisces is, that can help you as well. That can help you show, how you like to dream, how you manifest, and how it can make it easier for you to step into that. And Pisces, it gives feminine sign, feminine energy, ethereal energy, right? And so following your bliss, all of this energy is feminine energy. You know, the Venus, the moon, Pisces, it gives leaning into your divine feminine energy, following your bliss through your natal chart, right? Showing up for yourself, self-love, changing the limiting beliefs, you know, pouring into self. And that's how you become a magnet and magnetized to the world. It becomes magnetized to you. You don't have to force, you don't have to try. It is going to come to you automatically. It's going to flow to you because you're in rhythm. You're not forcing anything. And so, in conclusion, just learning, you know, how to love yourself and magnetize others and the environment to love you the same way, you just become so strong, so powerful, so alluring. You set the tone for how the world will start showing up and treating you and spoiling you and loving you. And so I'm going to end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, peace, love, and happiness.